Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome traders to this week's analysis of gold. My name is Vic. Thanks for joining me. Hope you had a great trading week and great trading month. Before we actually start anything today on gold or any other analysis, let me give you a little bit of few of the pointers which are very important at this time of the year. First of all, this is not the month end. November has not ended, so we have another day left, which is tomorrow. And because tomorrow is the start of the new week and it is going to be month end, it is going to have a lot more implications than you can think of. Because on the charts, you can see the weekly candle close, right? But it has effectively, the month is not closed, even though the weekly candle is showing a close. So there can be a lot of bear traps and bull traps in there. There can be a lot of spiky action. So if you are thinking of opening new trades or managing your trades, then you need to be very careful. Make sure that you have a proper risk management in place. If you are day trader or a small time trader, then you need to be extra careful because there can be a lot of spiky action. Usually December is kind of quiet, so first or second month are a little busy, but then it starts to get quieter and quieter over as we progress towards the Christmas and New Year. But given what we have seen in 2020 in terms of volatility and in terms of uncertainty, this December is not going to be like that. In my opinion, it is going to be completely different, and you'll have to mentally prepare yourself for that. So anything can happen in December, especially just around the Christmas holidays, okay? Especially between 18th and 21st of December, you have to be extra careful, because I think we can see a lot of action in the markets before we go into Christmas holidays. And again, if you have any positions open, or if you're planning to open any positions before the mid of the December or around that time, then make sure that you have a proper risk management in place. Do not open a position with more huge trade sizes which you cannot afford to lose. Okay, so you need to be very careful. Okay, so on gold, if you have been following my analysis, if you have been following me on my social channels, then you know that we have been actually shorting gold since 2070, and the reason behind that is because there was an FCP pattern. FCP pattern is Fibonacci confluence pattern, which are basically WNM patterns with a specific Fibonacci ratios. They're similar to harmonic patterns, but they are different because we follow different methodology and we have different Fibonacci ratios associated with those WNM patterns. Okay, so just to give you a brief idea where we were and what we have been doing. So this is where our initial position started in August 2020. Before that, we had parabolic move, and then we have been taking short positions. We have been favoring short positions, but we have been taking little long positions here and there. And you can see there has been a lot of sell-off periods. You see, whenever this sort of parabolic move happen, it happens because of a reason. It happens because market makers and few big boys, they basically want to reach a particular level, and they reach that level, and since then they have been selling in heavy quantities. So one is this one, another one. You see, the size of these candles are telling you that these are huge sells. People like you, all the retail traders combined, they cannot cause these sort of sells. These are done by big banks and investment funds. So huge sell which came in, did not even stop at 1800. A lot of traders were actually looking at 1800, but we were looking at 1795 specifically, which we analyzed in August. Most of these levels were analyzed in August 2020. Can you believe that? You can actually read the market way before it happens, but you'll have to stick to the higher time frame, and you'll have to have a lot of patience. Just follow your plan, even if the market is going against you, not in terms of trading. When the position is going against you, then you need to manage that. But when most of the people, or most of the market analysts and everybody is saying that this is not right, but you'll have to just believe in yourself, do what you want to do, believe in your analysis. Because if you do not do that, then you will never become a good analyst or trader. So the market has been falling down, and let me actually show you what actually happened in a very brief brief overview. So this is the monthly time frame, and why we were looking for a short here is because of two FCP patterns. One was around here, which actually completed here, and that caused this little fall around COVID-19. And then there was another one which we identified here, and that is little bit of extended one, and that completed right at 2070, and that's why since then it has been falling. So if it is actually an FCP pattern, then it needs to go to its profit target. So if I draw fib on it, what I see that it was struggling at 23.6 Fibonacci level here, right there, and that's why we were not able to just see a downward move. But because that has been broken, what we are looking for is near about 1728, near about that level, and another one is around here. Actually not there, it needs to be around here. Okay, so something around here. Let me be very accurate with this, so as to give you a better idea. So the first one is around here, yeah, so it's going to be 1725 or so, and then we have near about this. Okay, so this is another level. Okay, right. So if you take these two levels here, 1724 and 1683, and you round them up, it's near about 1700 because that's in the middle of it. So if gold reaches around 1700, then I'll be looking for a buy, but I'll be very careful with this level as well, because it can fall down to that. I'm not expecting that to happen. I'm expecting market to come to this level and have a bounce, but even before that, where it is standing right now, it can have a bounce upwards. The reason behind this is because of this candlestick pattern which is right there, and because of a few other factors. Let me actually come to this chart now and show you those factors. So switch off these and go to the monthly time frame. There can be a market move upwards because it is being supported by a moving average on monthly time frame, and because the month end is near, we can expect that. But remember, because we have 1 day left in this month, there can be huge moves. This entire candle can change in 1 day. I've seen candles turning red to green and green to red in last few hours of the month as well. So anything can happen, so you'll have to be careful. But as long as this is being supported by this moving average, you can expect market to move upwards a little bit, and if it moves upwards, you can take position, long position. But personally, I will still not be taking long position for huge profit targets. I will just be taking the first profit targets, or I'll go in steps. So what I mean by that is, if I'm taking a long position from where we are standing right now, first of all, I need to have a proper confirmation. We use 5 confirmation techniques in our methodology. If I get 1 or 2 of them, then I will go long from here, and then I will track these levels as my support and resistance. So what I mean by that is, if I just remove this and just say, if the market starts to move upwards, then obviously the first will be 1795. Okay, if that is broken, then I'll be looking for 1835. If that is broken, then I'll be looking for 1857. Now this is this is an FCP zone, and this is FCP zone as well. So which basically means I'll have to be extra careful here, and if I get an option, if I get a confirmation, then I'll go for a short again, because ultimately I'm looking for that 1725, that 1720, this level, and between this level I'm looking for near about this region to be region where I want to take a long, which basically means that if I get a chance to go short, I'll go short all the way down to this level, and then only I'll look for a long position, I'll aggressively look for a long position around there. Okay, now one of the things that I must tell you right now is that we always look for bullish and bearish opportunities both at the same level. Okay, so right now, if the market starts to move upwards, it can come to 2026 level once again. The reason behind that is we have another FCP pattern developing right now. Okay, so it can actually push the price to 26, and if that is happening again, I will be taking my longs in steps. So I'll take long from here all the way to this level, get out, find another confirmation, go long, get out, find another confirmation, get out, things like that. Okay, but you will notice one more thing on the bearish side, that we have a pattern developing here. So we have an M pattern forming, which actually pushes the price to this region, right? And if you measure it using Fibonacci, you will notice that it is expected to come to 88.6, and that actually adds to my analysis that it wants to fall down further into this. So the chances of going long are little less than short, but if it provides me an opportunity with going long, then I will take that, and then I will start taking short positions once again. Okay, and if I come to Vata here and click on gold, you see on daily time frame, this is the first time it actually turned into red. Like, you see that trend was highly bullish, and this was the first signal which actually appeared around 2070, right, after analysis. So it is supporting our analysis, and it gave us a profit target of, look at this, 1791, which has just been reached. It is so accurate that it has been able to reach 1791. And around this, I mentioned in my group that I was only going to look for short positions on gold, right? And the reason behind that was because this turned into red, and which was telling me that overall the trend was shifting to the bear trend. This was the fake breakout, and we were able to spot that and take a position there. Since then it has been falling. Right now the next target is 1758. So you never know, maybe the next day, tomorrow, it can just fall into that before moving upwards. Okay, if you want to find out where it can go to, approximately it is going to come to 1882, so which is going to be somewhere around, this is 1856, and the maximum it can go up to is this FCP zone. Okay, so that's what the long targets are going to be. Let's look at the weekly time frame now. On weekly time frame, we have seen that market is now giving us proper signal that it wants to come down, and it is being supported by Vata curve, which basically tells me that it may actually try to move a little bit upwards, and then it may fall back down to this level, which is 1642. It may or may not happen, because anything can happen in the market, so you never know. If the market starts to move upwards, as we mentioned, as we discussed that if the market starts to move upwards, then it can come to 2026 level, which is also being supported by Vata here. So this is right there near about 2027 level here. Okay, so if it starts to move upwards, then that's the profit target. This is the signal which was actually declined by Vata, because you see why this is gray is because the overall trend is still down, but this was giving us a bullish signal. So this is, you can consider this as a fake signal or of less priority, so that's why this is grayed out. Okay, but if the market starts to move upwards, then it can reach 27 to 2030 level or so. If I come to the monthly time frame, this is the first time it is telling me that market wants to go down, and because the month is not over yet, so this profit target is not final. It may change. So right now it is showing me 1562, right? And as I said, it may or may not reach there, but if you just come and look at that target, 1562 is right at that level which we are talking about, right? So it can fall into that level as well, and that will confluence nicely with 20 moving average on monthly time frame. So gold is going to be very, 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 very interesting in coming months, and in the next year of 2021. Make sure that you are on top of it. There are several very good opportunities on gold. You can go you can go long, you can go short, and it's kind of like very easy as well with gold, because it's kind of like predictable. It usually forms like very good patterns, very good FCP patterns, which are predictable and profitable. You just need to learn them and start to make use of them. Okay, so this is my analysis on gold. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found this useful. If you did, make sure that you hit the like button and you share it with other traders. And if you have any comment, any trade idea related to gold, or any feedback, let me know in the comment section, and I'll try my best to reply to that. Thank you. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see core strategy training program. On this page, you will be able to see the testimonials of previous students and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence training program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to vikinsa.com and under training section, you'll be able to see and submit this form.